Your walking speed might seem like just a personal quirk. Maybe you're a natural stroller, or maybe you walk like you're double parked. But to doctors and researchers, your gait is far more than a style choice. It's a quiet but powerful biomarker. And the latest science suggests that changes in how fast you walk could actually be one of the earliest signs that something's going wrong beneath the surface, especially in your heart. Let's start with the basics. Walking speed is closely tied to how well your cardiovascular system is delivering oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. When your heart is strong and your blood vessels are clear and flexible, your body can move efficiently. You walk faster with more ease, without even thinking about it. But when something starts to go wrong, like your arteries stiffening or your heart struggling to pump, your walking speed tends to drop. And here's the wild part. Often, that decline happens before you feel chest pain or notice any typical heart disease symptoms. In fact, walking speed is now considered a vital sign in many geriatric clinics, right alongside blood pressure and heart rate. Doctors have observed that people whose walking speed slows significantly, especially if it happens over months or a couple of years, may be experiencing reduced cardiac output, impaired circulation, or early-stage congestive heart failure. It's the cardiovascular equivalent of your car making a weird noise before the check engine light comes on. One meta-analysis found that slower than average walking speed in older adults was associated with a dramatically higher risk of cardiovascular events. We're talking strokes, heart attacks, and even cardiac-related death. Even more compelling? Those risks held up independently of traditional risk factors like cholesterol or blood pressure. In other words, how fast you walk may predict your heart health better than a lab report. But it's not just older folks who should be paying attention. Some studies show that even in middle age, a person's habitual walking speed correlates with arterial stiffness and VO2 max, two indicators closely tied to cardiac function and long-term mortality. Translation: if you've always been a fast walker and suddenly find yourself lagging behind, it's not just getting older. It could be your body waving a little red flag. And the connections don't stop with the heart. Researchers are also linking slower gait speed to subtle changes in brain health. Since your brain and heart share a vascular system, compromised circulation can affect both memory and mobility. Cognitive decline and early dementia have been linked to decreases in walking speed, making it a 2-for-1 health warning that's easy to miss unless you're paying attention. The good news? This kind of insight is incredibly actionable. Doctors are starting to include timed walk tests, like the 6-minute walk test or 10-meter walk speed assessment, during checkups, especially for patients over 50. If your pace is significantly below average for your age or has declined since your last checkup, it can prompt further cardiovascular screening, and in some cases, lead to early detection that saves lives. So, what can you do with this information besides suddenly racing your coworkers in the hallway? First, pay attention to how fast you naturally walk, especially over longer distances. If you used to cruise and now you plod, talk to your doctor, especially if it comes with fatigue, shortness of breath, or lightheadedness. Second, embrace brisk walking not just as exercise but as data. The fitter your cardiovascular system, the faster and more effortlessly you tend to move. In the end, your walking speed isn't just a product of how busy or energetic you feel, it's a readout of your internal engine. And like any good diagnostic tool, it can quietly tell you what your heart's been trying to say before the louder alarms ever go off. So take a mental pace check, because sometimes your feet know something your heart hasn't said out loud yet.